Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. This is one of two, maybe. And that actually means two things, or one of two things. So may do two things in this video depending on the wind. If it lays down, I came to this spot because it's sheltered and we might be able to do two things, but what it really means is one of two videos, maybe, because might do a second video after this later. I'll start off with the drop shot here. I've got a chartreuse and Junebug curly tail grub on here. Check it out. Almost a foot to the lead, but a little less, and that's a 3/8 ounce lead there. We're gonna start drop shotting. I brought a tenkara rod down here as well. I want to target bass, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. I think I might just be able to. You see this water looks a little dirty, but honestly it's not bad. Let's get down here. So I brought my Hellbender. It's a 12-foot tenkara rod, but for the moment this rod is an ultralight and it has 8-pound test on it. We'll see what kind of stuff we can get. I kind of ended up trying to do two videos last night because the first one didn't work out. I spent maybe a little over 4 hours starting right after sunset on a catfish session that went nowhere, and when I realized it was probably not going to come to anything, plus the battery on my big light was getting really low, I went and tried to do another session, and I gave up on that real quick because I could just see it going nowhere. Reason why it was so tough is because it's been cold. We had a really bad cold front come in over the weekend. There's some bass activity right there, but as things go, we're warming up. It is like 71, 72 right now, but with a wind speed up to 15, but it's supposed to drop, should be dropping soon and come down to 6 after sunset. Last time I was here, there was a lot of feeding going on around this time, but we had an overcast, right? Had an overcast afternoon. Don't have that today, but I do see some feeding down here. This is late February. It's the 21st. Usually in February, bass start doing their pre-spawn feed up. I haven't been able to hit it as much as I would normally hit it because of the weather this month, but maybe I still have a chance to hit it before it's over. But anyway, if it does end soon, if they get on their beds soon here on the waters that I have to access, you know, blah blah blah. Not making any sense. Ooh, there was a bite, but you know, my local waters, if they're on their beds soon, I can go target them on their beds, especially with the drop shot is what I'm looking forward to. But I think we're going to get something here. This is just a drainage ditch. Of course, that's what it obviously looks like. Great place to come and just practice, or if you just want to chill and catch some fish. Sometimes you get surprised at a place like this and you get something big, but maybe on average they're all dinks. But an afternoon of catching dinks is not the worst thing. I think this particular part of the ditch from the bend going down is well sheltered from this wind because it's low and just out of it. I think I will be able to get the tenkara out. Until then, let's put one of these on here. So I forgot to mention, but that is a size 4 mosquito hook. While I was down away from here, I could see something consecutively disturbing the water here, right in front of where this culvert dumps. Just did it right there. Whoa, there was a bite right there. Ah, that was a little perch bite. It's looking really possible for the fly, right? But I want to give it a little more time before I do that. I'm just going to sit here and keep targeting right in front of where the culvert is. It comes out, stops, and then there's a sharp drop off right there, right? And I think there might be a bit of a lip or an overhang. If it's just something like a gill or some other kind of panfish that I snag from this area, that's fine. We can use that for catfish bait coming up real soon. There we go. Ah, that was a nice hit. Still have the bite, the crappie bite. Again, that did not. Oh, there we go. Oh. Huh. Still have the crappie bite. I'll say what I was gonna say. Did not feel like a bass. Felt like bait. Maybe a cichlid, because it hit, I pulled up, I put back, and it hit again. Cichlids don't run off the spot really fast. If you miss them, they'll stay put to a degree. Eventually, they'll go away, but they're a little stubborn. Not as stubborn as a red bone, but a little bit. A cichlid on its bed. Now that might be a situation where you can compare the cichlid to a red bone, but only in that situation. They will stick to their beds, both of them. There'll be two on the bed. Whereas with bass, sometimes it's just the one. Gotcha that time. Oh, yeah, that's definitely bait. Look at that. It's a little red ear. Gotcha. Oh, nope. Gotcha. Whoa, that was no nibble that time. Oh no. Oh no. Someone got curious and ended up in a predicament here. We got us a predicament. We're together on this, buddy, so don't work against me. Nice and gentle, come up here. Don't freak out, it's only in your foot. Hey, the more you struggle, the worse it could be. We're just gonna, there you go. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. One fish, one turtle, action-packed video. Let me tell you. Got, come on. Oh, there you go, there you go. You hit, you hit. I think I'm missing a lot of fish because my hook is big. I need to drop it down, but I don't think I have any drop shot hooks smaller than this right now. Not on me, right? You're probably thinking, man, this is looking like a bait video. Maybe. However, even though it's not catfish tonight, but I can use this bait tonight. It'll be an interesting species that I'll be targeting with it. Oh, plenty of fish right there. I'm not too worried about the hook size. It just means that I'll miss, you know, I'll lose a lot of the little ones. Oh, see, getting hit consecutively right in front of here. I wonder if I ever will break out the Tenkara rod in this video, because I'm actually having a lot of fun just doing this, even though it's not everyone's bag, right? Not everyone's cup of tea, but these things have to happen sometimes to make other things happen. I have to sit down and enjoy myself catching some of these things to be able to sit down and enjoy myself catching other things. There we go. That's a nice one. That's got a good fight. Ho ho ho, yes. Oh ho ho ho. Nice. Look at the size of that gill. It is not absolutely a tank though, but for this water, that is a good size. That's going to make a good bait. This might just be a straight up drop shot video. Maybe next time, don't bring any perch stuff. Don't bring the ultralight, the drop shot rod, just a Tenkara rod, and then we can ensure that we're going to have a Tenkara video. I just don't like working the Tenkaras when the wind is at 15, but it's not too bad here. Occasionally it does hit where I'm at. The wind will come through, but for the most part this is sheltered from it. Ooh, I was trying to do something and this hit, so we missed the action there, but we got another little piece of bait. So usually I might not keep that size, but for what I want to do with this tonight, if I can go do that, that is a good size. I'm not going to keep absolutely everything for bait, but I am not done keeping for bait quite yet. Maybe soon. You would imagine, oh, this is nice. You would imagine that eventually a bass is going to come through and pick up. Wow, this is nice. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that red ear. Wow. Ooh, he's peeing. Wow. That is nice. That is nice. Okay, so this is going to make some people mad. You can go home. There is a great possibility that I will keep on the second session, but not this session, and may very well be a catch and cook. Not quite like the last catch and cook, where I was working on 2 channels at once. So you would think eventually a bass is going to come along trying to ambush these panfish that are obviously sticking to here, right? And pick up my bait. I think it's very likely because just look, you know, the sizes keep changing. Like there's something super tiny, something decent, and then something huge, and the bites are just non-stop right here, with or without a nibble. This curly tail Junebug chartreuse grub is really earning its money. I don't know what I spent on it. I got this at Jean Fro's. It's a hardware store up here in town, and it says Sakale series on it. It's over with the Sakale baits, the crappie baits. Maybe I spent like $4 or something, between 4 and 5. I don't know. It's a little thing. Later, when I get back up top where the bike is, towards the end of the video, we'll break it out and show it to you. So you guys know that I use my right hand a lot for a lot of things, and it looks like I'm right-handed, right? But then I'm always holding with the left, and you're expecting me to reel with my left and hold with my right. I grew up fishing for crappie a lot, and a lot of times when you're doing that, you'll jig with one hand till it gets tired. You're not working the reel, you're not changing how much line is off the tip, and then you just switch. And if you're jig sweeping, like you're sweeping an area, bringing the jig back like this, even though this is a drop shot, you come out over here, and then when you want to go back out over this way, eventually you switch to your left so you can extend out that way. However, that doesn't really explain why I a lot of times am casting with my right. I do cast with the left, but mostly with the right. But I reel with the right and hold with the left. I grew up surrounded by left-handed people. So when I started fishing as a kid, I never switched this. I never switched the handle because I was born into a left-handed world. And I use my left hand for a lot of things. I can play music with it, type with it. I can write with it, but not as good as the right, but I do write with it. I can paint a straight line with it. I can cut a line with it. There's all kinds of things that I can. So I'm like really close to being able to use both my hands. But this is just the way I grew up. And I've noticed, I don't know if this is for true, but I've noticed in some videos from Australia, a lot of right-handed people are doing the same thing as me. Maybe it's just how you come into fishing, how you grow up. Okay, let's put another nibble on. I've had quite a few friends over the years that grew up in Catholic school, right? A long time ago. These are people that are older than me, much older than me. They were born left-handed, but they were not allowed to use their left hand. They were forced to become right-handed. It's not something that occurs a lot these days, but over 50 years ago or longer, it was pretty common, especially in Catholic schools. The nuns would hit you with the ruler every time they caught you writing with your left hand.
Catch anything?
Yeah.
What you got?
Fish. Mostly panfish. It's a joke. All right. Some people don't appreciate that joke. There we go, there we go, there we go. Wow, that is nice. We're gonna keep that for bait. That's a gill right there. We're getting really close to sunset. It's not like gonna happen in the next minute, but we're getting there. Someone's mowing now. We went from kids on four-wheelers to somebody mowing. We can close out the bait section of this video. We're gonna stop keeping bait. And that was without a nibble, without a crappie bite. This is turning out to be a really good bait for drop shotting. I bet you could do good with it with any method you choose to fish it, but I find it very effective as a drop shot bait. So effective, I'm titling this video, use this, you know, how am I titling it? Hold on, I don't remember. Getting old. I guess that's a senior moment right there. Here we go. I remember. Drop shot this bait, or drop shot with this bait. I don't know. Something like that, right? Drop shot with this bait. Yeah, you're right. Drop shot with this bait. That sounds good. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm drop shotting with that bait, and it's working out excellently. With or without the nibble. Sometimes you stop using nibbles and you stop getting bites, and you gotta wonder, was it just the nibble and not the bait? They're feeding pretty good right here in front of us, and we're getting a lot of bites when we have the nibbles on from everything. But it seems like without the nibble, we're getting hit by the big ones. With the nibble, the big ones are hitting too, but without the nibble, it's always been big ones, I believe. Here we go. This is the bait that I was using. Sakale series, Curly Q grub. I believe I got 2 baits from that company. This one, baby ghost, and it's the same color, but it's a baby shad, right? Junebug red and chartreuse. Yeah, just absolutely excellent for the drop shot. Probably would work in just any other fashion, right? Any other method, but the drop shot worked really well, and I had a lot of fun. And now I got some bait, as long as what I want to target tonight wants to play. But there are other things I will be doing. Just let's keep our fingers crossed. Yeah, I think it's going to happen. I just don't know for sure. Definitely something will happen. You might see me and a friend. You might just see me tomorrow doing whatever I'm going to do later tonight. Yeah, you're right. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you. All right, you guys have a good one, and I will see you next time.